on the mic from Leo's Paradise. Random stream drop like a Dragon Ball fight. No lie, plan stream stacking up, but here's a twist in time. Freestyling on the deck like Luffy's punchlines. Up the channels faster than Zoro sword swings. Gaining pop culture, it's the chaos he brings. Talking movie reboots, superhero hype. Hondo passing the mic, now Bishop's in sight. Cutting flip screen, frame by frame, I align. Laying bass lines heavy, keep the rhythm divine. Dropping fire videos, can't keep up with the pace. Pass the mic back, Leo's leading the chase. Off the rails, no script, just a freestyle ride. Nerdcore king, let the randomness collide. Playing the knob, Leon's got the flow to entice. It's words of paradise, the chaos comes to life. No script, just a freestyle ride. Nerdcore king, let the randomness collide. Planning on, Leo's got the flow to entice. It's words of paradise, the chaos comes to life. Off the rails, no script, just a freestyle ride. Nerdcore king, let the randomness collide. Planning on, Leo's got the flow to entice. It's words of paradise, the chaos comes to life.
Welcome back to Vital Isles. How you doing? Oh my goodness, it is going to be a good fucking day. We got the CounterCast. It's Monday. We had a successful stream yesterday. Crazy videos dropping today. And then the news is just off the rails. Before we can get into any of that, I couldn't even do this without my lovely partner in crime and co-host, Cinevere. Tell the people who you are and what you do.
Oh, hey there, cuties. I'm Cinny. I like to talk about anime, gaming, and on the occasion, a little bit of horror. But yeah, I'm Leon's co-host, and I am excited about our topics for today.
Before we get into any of the topics today, Matt Stanford says, "You're interrupting Decoy Voice, damn it." It's so funny you say that, because guess what I was watching until about 10 minutes ago before leading up to the stream. I was watching Decoy Voice, so I was like, okay, my stream's in 10 minutes. I need to actually get on and start doing my shit. So funny you say that, Matty boy. Alrighty, let's see who we got up in this bitch. Let's see what Vital Isles we got in here. Fractal Mage's up in this bitch. How you doing, Fractal? The ever lovely Piranha Pout is here. C Brew. We got Piranha Pout member for 11 months, almost that full year. And actually, that's what she says. Almost a year. My little soda pop. Eagle Lord, what is up? Miss Molly, an anime of Amelia would be interesting. Well, it's funny you say that. That may or may not be exactly one of the topics on today's docket. So you're jumping the gun on me. I like it. I like it when us Vital Idols all be sharing the same wavelength. Grave 1383 is here. Valiant Goat is up in this bitch. We got Jealousy. What is up? Cindy will, of course, be talking to you guys in the chat. We got Dax, not our best mod in the whole damn land. Scotty G, my man with the plan. What is up? I appreciate. Hey, you can't stay long. It's A-okay. You came, you left a like, you did your due diligence. I respect it. We got SideQuester IRL, and just as an emoji, is it possible that this individual on Kick is not a bot?
Yeah, but he only
viewer is not a bot.
he only sent an emoji, so not confirmed.
Yeah, not confirmed, but we shall see. We got Johnny Boy in the house. What is up, Johnny Boy? Amanda, I don't know that I've ever seen you around here before, so welcome to the party, pal. Let's see. Little Miss Anonymous saying me, yowdy, y'all. How you doing, LMA? What is up? What is up? Let's see. Oh, we got Fab. I don't usually see Fab on a Monday night. I hope you're doing all right. It's like midnight for you, and you were already up so late with yesterday's stream. I hope you're all right in the mental. I hope you've been getting enough rest and whatnot. You need the beauty sleep. We got the true Aztec Warrior here. What's up? Rabnad Scubala. Nick Havoc is up in this bitch. What is up, my man with a plan? Let's see. Who else we got? We got Thallow Greenskin. The Valiant Goat is here. Who else? Krovax. We got Grimlock the King. Let's see. Hey, lovely Sherry. I feel like I ain't seen you on my neck of the woods in a while. Like, I've seen you on like Zax and stuff like that, but it's nice to see you here. Asphodel Merchants. How can I tell if I'm an anime tourist? Well, it's funny you say that because we'll be getting into it. Let's see. Who else we got up in this bitch? I know there's more, y'all. Let's see. Just scrolling. Dude, we got boy Zax. What is up, Zax? You absolute legend. Puts
Summoned him.
the man in Manitoba. And then Amanda became a member. Shout out, Amanda, you absolute fucking legend. Amanda, this is for you.
Now excuse me while I harass someone for having pronouns in their bio.
Base shadow for the new members. Cindy, were you about to say something?
I said, I forgot.
Shocking. Alrighty. That is everybody. What is up, crew? Like I said, we in for a killer show today. Cinevere, you got anything before we get just right on into it?
Oh, I said you summoned Zaxi.
To be fair, Zach's be a legend. He's here all the time. Oh shit. Member for 7 months, just re-upped on the membership, says I usually only lurk. Well, it's nice to see you here. Look, I know here's a general rule about the internet, guys. I'm gonna teach you a little something for those of you that might not have been around in the old AOL ASL days, age, sex, location. Every woman on the internet is a guy until confirmed. So here's the dealio, Amanda. I'm going to give you benefit of the doubt that you actually are female because it's really going to help my 2.7% female viewership, female audience rate. Have you ever checked what your female to male audience ratio is, Cindy?
I have not. I don't even know where to go for that.
Yeah, it's I'll show you at the stream, but you can, but again, thank you for 7 months of membership, Amanda. Absolutely legendary. You go to your your YouTube statistics in the YouTube studio, and then you can check audience demographics. There was a period of time where I had somewhere between a 6 and a 9% female audience.
Huh.
That's rapidly changed. I'm less than 3% female audience now, and I'm okay with that. Let's see. Fab coming in with a 2-banger. Sleepers for the week. Yes, I'm fine. Thank you. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm again, we worry about you. Let's see. What are we going to give you? You know what? This is a nice little way to start things off.
And a friendly reminder, f*** you, Leon.
What is up? I don't know if I saw Miss Molly or not. I said, hey to Miss Molly, but what is up, Miss Molly? Alrighty. Alright, look, I know I promised all y'all some Amelia talk. I know. But we don't do the main course before we do the appetizer. That's antithetical. So let's start talking about some fan service. Let's start with a little bit of some anime discussions. We got this right here from our boy Chibi Reviews. Twitter freaks crash out over anime's fan service and admit they're criminals. Now, I'm curious about this last part. Admit they're criminals. The fuck? Have you seen anything about this, Cindy?
I have not, but I am curious about it. So let's go.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Let's go.
Millions of people are losing their freaking minds over this anime clip that's going viral right now in the anime community. And if you take one hard look at the post engagements, you'll see some of the most mentally deranged statements in a very long time about an anime clip. Like Bod.
Yeah, some of the most mentally deranged statements in the anime scene or the anime tourist scene since yesterday. Like...
Too had this to say about watching a fairy tale clip, a fan service fairy tale clip of Lucy. They said they basically would rather watch animal abuse and get caught watching animal abuse than watch a fan service clip from an animal.
All right, I'm gonna read the actual thing because Chibi's a pussy. I'd rather get caught watching bestiality than this shit.
I should have full screened you. I lost my opportunity. But
Didn't even think about it.
But if that is the case, then why didn't you just stop watching anime?
See, and that's the thing, but they can't change the culture from the inside if they stop watching it. Thallow Greenskin says Mr. Hands came back from the dead. What a reference.
Anime. So they would actually like to see real animals getting harmed over something that is fictional content. And what's interesting about this statement, by the way, is that it has 10K likes. 10K people liked this post, by the way, but it doesn't.
Now, to be fair, 10,000 people liked it, but almost 500,000 impressions. So, if we're looking at the ratio scale, that's good, right?
Is it? I mean, okay, does that show for that person's stuff, or is that just people coming across?
So
I don't know how this works.
This particular post has gotten almost 500,000 impressions, 478,000 impressions. So of those 478,000 people that at some point scrolled and hit this on their timeline. Only 10,000 liked it. Only
wow.
10,000.
That's insane.
Yeah. I smell a lot of clanker oil. Yeah, to be fair, there's absolutely some bot activity going on.
Just stop here. This isn't the only mentally deranged statement in the quote retweets of this post. If you scroll down, eventually you get to a post from Matt here, which is this right here, where it says the same men who consume this will call you disgusting and a fetishist for shipping to men.
It's an image of, it's a gif of Lucy dancing, which, okay, all right. First of all, let's make things unequivocally clear. Fairy Tail fucking sucks, all right? Fairy Tail is like bottom tier shovelware shonen, all right? Fairy Tail's garbage. That being said, seeing a hot woman dancing, exponentially more fucking normal than two dudes butt fucking.
Yeah. Really, they don't need to tell us they're gay. Jesus.
Right. If you're watching Fairy Tail, I already assume you're gay.
It has 94,000 likes, 1.3 million views. It's very obvious just how much conversation is around this nothing burger of a clip. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I have seen this anime clip of Lucy and all that dancing and stuff thousands of times. It is definitely a clip that is used for...
Yeah, all right. I hope he plays this clip. If not, we'll go through and we'll find the clip. It should be very easy to find. Actually, you know what? We'll do it right now. Let's just go to X and we'll do it right now. Searching on X with a shared screen is dangerous, so we're just gonna leave this one up real quick. So, all right, it is Annie Silo, and it's from a couple days ago. All right, so at Annie Silo, found the account right here. 27.7 K followers. Hey, followed by boy Alaskan Nut who follows me. Right here. All right, so it's the pinned fucking. This is the pinned comment. So. You know what? I'm not going to full screen it, though. That could end up getting me hit. We'll see, copyright-wise. But we'll just play this. We're going to play it without the audio.
Oh, my God. I love her outfit.
I'm truly at a loss. But I've gone to Ren fairs and seen belly dancers do this exact same thing in real fucking life.
Oh, no. Oh my gosh!
Look, the fan service is one of the only good things about this dog ass anime.
Oh, she looks so cute. I need to make friends with like a VTuber artist.
yes, you do. That way you can stop paying for stuff.
Yeah. Just be like, look, you can dress me up in some of the cutest outfits. Go for it.
Well, hold on. So let's talk about this for a moment, right? Because Cindy, you and I, we've both been watching anime since the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is fucking tame compared to some of the fan service that we got back then. Like,
yeah.
This is nothing. In fact, give me a moment here. Let me see if I can find it. I used to have this thing tabbed. I used to have this thing bookmarked. Let me see if I can find it. It might take me a moment.
So there's like this old 80s or 90s cartoon that was it was a movie. It was called Rock and Roll. Okay. It had an outfit that looked just like that. And in the opening act, like the very first couple of minutes, you have two people fucking in a car.
That absolutely sounds like my kind of anime. Like, for
no,
sure.
It's not an anime. It's an American movie. And I mean, we used to have quality stuff. So I don't understand why people are bitching. Why are we suddenly so fucking Puritan?
Well, let me see if I can find this clip from Gotcha Man on X that I used to have. Man, I shouldn't have removed this from my bookmarks. All right, let's see. Gotcha Man, media, and let me just scroll through here. You know, I'm going to be very careful. So, yeah, this is from Gotcha Man, 94. Because I don't think there's any actual nudity in this. This is an anime I haven't seen. It's on my list. But, yeah, we're just going to keep scrolling through. Because there's this super sexy, full, like stripping scene. Now, she doesn't actually get... Oh, yeah, there we go.
Them titties.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for being censored. Again, I'm being real bold by scrolling through X Live. But we in it for the risk, baby. You risk it for the biscuit. See, it even gives you some mail. It's for the ladies. Look at this. It's for the ladies right here. Got the cum gutters. That's what I've heard they're called. Here we go. There's a clip version of this.
I really need to make friends with an artist.
Fuck, why can I not? It's bothering me that I can't find it. Either way, you guys get the point, right? That was fan service. That was 1994. So explain to me why people are flipping their lid over this.
I mean, it's such a small complaint. Oh my God, she looks amazing.
Right, but think of that first dude. He
Oh, that's
would rather be
Ricada.
caught watching bestiality porn like fucking Shank Uger or Vosh than something like this.
Oh my goodness. These people really do need to get institutionalized if they would rather do something awful to a living creature than be subjected to animation in any capacity. Like, that just tells you that anime is not for you. Go away. I say put more fan service in things to weed out these stupid individuals.
Frankly, I actually think we've been lacking in the fan service department in anime in the modern era. Like, it's not like it is fully gone or anything. We obviously still have, some great series with great fan service, things like that. But again, compared to what we used to get in the 90s when we was eating good, nowadays it is lacking by comparison.
Yeah, no, it really is. And I feel like it's honestly kind of hurting anime, in my opinion. Because that's the kind of stuff that when you see it, you do get a little rush of the dopamine.
Yeah, well, it was also just that it was like part of the fucking culture.
Yeah. You can't tell me the Japanese are prudes. Like,
dude, their whole thing is tentacles. They ain't no goddamn prudes. They will do shit to an octopus that makes me wince. Anyway, so let's get back to this.
Clickbait, viral conversation, everything like that. And to be fair, it is a very well done and animated sequence. Pushing aside the fan service and all of that and, what it obviously is trying to do, it doesn't disregard the fact that it is very well animated. And at the end of the day, it is a shonen series that is fan service heavy. Fairy Tail has always been a fan service heavy series. If you have read the manga, if you have watched the anime, you're aware of it. You know this. That's just what it's about. And anyone trying to deny that is just insane. But obviously, I don't think it's Fairy Tail fans that are necessarily complaining about this. These are individuals that legitimately hate anything that is a fan service nature where they'll openly admit to crimes. They'll openly admit that they're fine with watching animal abuse than actually watching a fan service clip. And once again, if people don't want to watch like Fairy Tail,
they're what?
So they're furries. Usually zoophiles are into that.
No, to be fair, I mean, if they're zoophiles or whatnot, then of course we're not going to get off to a human-looking woman dancing like this. You would need to put it in some sort of fursuit and then give it a bikini.
They don't care for fan service. That's completely fine. You're entitled to that opinion. But when you're actively going out of your way, wanting to basically have something happen to a real entity, like a real animal, or you're actually using this as a way to kind of shit all over men and make men look bad, it's crazy. Like, this is what I've been talking about for a while now, like within the anime and manga communities, that it has been infiltrated by bad actors, individuals that really want to just rip apart anime and manga culture, change it from what it actually is, and also just censor content, want to use it as a vessel or a tool for political agenda, or spread a narrative that's hateful towards either men or women or different people like that.
That's an excellent question. Now, I'm not super familiar with the shoujo fan base. Cindy, do you have an answer for that question from Person 11?
I mean, it gets pretty raunchy. Like,
right, but do these people complain about it?
No,
I know that men
never.
get like sexualized and it gets raunchy in shoujo media, but do people complain about it like they do women?
They do not. That's the wild thing.
I don't think it's wild at all. Rules for thee, but not for me is kind of just the rules of the internet at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It is actually insane just how much anime is being used nowadays by very bad actors. The same bad actors that used gaming and different forms of media for years now that has been called out as of late. And now they're kind of trying to do the same thing to the anime and manga community. It's just crazy. The absolute the actual vicious reaction that this is garnering. There is millions of people right now talking about the situation, and it is so fucking unhinged. I just, dude, I'm not.
So go back to this comment from Nacho right here. They just want gay everything. It's funny you say that because I was about to make the joke. They're like, yeah, if this was the SNL Chippendales sketch, they wouldn't have a problem. Then I remembered that is my favorite SNL sketch of all time. So I probably was like, oh man, that's going to make me sound really fucking gay.
Yes. Well, it also makes me think of how they were bitching about women being gawked at in gyms, but then you caught that video of this one woman gawking at men, and then biting her lip. And then she sees the camera and she's like, oh shit.
I don't think I've seen that, but that's amazing. Now I've seen plenty of videos where like the men aren't gawking at the women and the women pretend they are anyway, so they can get some sort of outrage clicks on social media and whatnot, even though everyone clearly be like, yo, he just walked over to like put his weights up. He wasn't looking at you in the slightest, despite the fact that you are dressed like an absolute hood skank. So
here, I sent it to you in the private chat. It's so fucking good.
All right, hold on. Let's check this out.
I hope that's the right. Okay, yeah, it is the right one. Look at that lip bite.
Oh, and then she sees the camera and she's like,
that is exactly what women are like when it comes to, or not even just women, but people in anime.
You mean like the tourists in anime?
Yeah,
right?
the tourists in anime.
Okay, yeah. Then I
so
would
yeah,
agree.
sorry about that.
No, I just wanted to make sure I understood.
I miss when the anime and manga community was more niche to where like you could post a clip like this and people would say you're a gooner or whatever. Well, they wouldn't use the words. They'll just call you like a maybe a pervert or something. That's what they would say. They wouldn't.
Yeah, and I want to address one of the earliest questions we got in the chat from Asphodel Merchants. It said, how do I know if I'm a tourist in anime? This is how you know. It's one thing to not like anime or fan service. That's totally fine. If you don't like that sort of thing, that's a-okay. Guess what? There's a gajillion anime out there that don't have it. You know you're a tourist if you want to force all anime not to have it. If you want to try and force a cultural shift on a culture that is not your fucking own for artists that you have no fucking right to tell them how to do and what to do with their art. If you want to force that change and make it uniform for everybody to fit your sensibilities, that's how you know you're a fucking tourist.
Uh-huh.
Real life fake monkey for a two-banger. It really did Leona, but it's it really did Leona, but it's expected from you. You know what?
I'd fuck one of the robot dogs.
Wow, apropos.
Comment.
Apropos.
Call you a gooner, but people would just laugh it off to be like, that's funny, or oh, that's great and all that, and that's it. And if someone didn't care for it, they would just walk away. That's literally all it really came down to. I miss the conversations around anime and manga 7 years ago, where you didn't have stuff like this, to where there was millions of people legit.
No, he is very wrong. 7 years ago, I feel like me and Paul, my boy, future over you, IRL bestie, we're talking about this earlier today. COVID fried a lot of people's brains, not just in terms of making them fucking crazy, but also in terms of not remembering how time works. Because 7 years ago was 2019. These motherfuckers had already notably infested the anime community by 2019. I know they want to say like a lot of these tourists and whatnot came in during COVID with like the accessibility of Demon Slayer and whatnot on Netflix. And there was a bump from that, absolutely. But it's been my experience. Maybe I'm wrong, or say maybe you've got other opinions because you were a con queen and shit.
Yeah,
like
I working at
convention. It was eventually then it was like around the 2012, 2014, the era of My Hero Academia, not My Hero Academia, of Attack on Titan, when the tourism problem really started hitting hard.
Yeah, I'll give you that because I started working conventions back in 2015, 2016. And there were already a heap of tourists just showing up at conventions saying, oh, I don't like anime, but I do like this one show. I can't stand anime otherwise. And it's just like, why are you watching it then?
Or you had a lot of people that would like cosplay a character from like from a super popular anime because the character was sexy because they get a lot of attention, but they've never actually seen the fucking show.
All the time.
I can honestly say I have never in my life cosplayed a character that I was not a fan of, or if not the fan, if I don't necessarily had to be a fan of the character, but I was a fan of the franchise. Like maybe it's a character I'm not really fond of, but like I've got a good look for them, So it's like, okay, I'll do the cosplay of this character because I love the franchise and this character fits like my body type, my looks, things like that.
I don't know. I don't think people really understood the concept of cosplay. It doesn't matter what you look like as long as you love the character, in my opinion.
I agree and disagree. Look, if you a fat bitch, you shouldn't be cosplaying a Sailor Scout. I don't care how much you love Sailor Mercury, bitch. Lose some weight before you cosplay Sailor Mercury.
Okay, I'll give you that because that's horrifying. But I mean, like,
exactly.
If you're normal size, then please, by all means, cosplay who you want.
But don't forget, a few months ago, we had people like, and look, you know me, you know me. I love racism, right? I love casual racism. It's funny as shit. Like racism be like pretty fucking fire because it's funny as hell. It's cool, there's a lot of you could do, which is like fake racism. Real racism, on the other hand, actually does bother me because it takes away from the comedy that is, like comedic racism. So I'm sure you remember a couple months ago, we had this really cute black cosplayer girl who did her version of Frieren, and people were throwing a fit that she like left her nose ring in and she was using her real hair. I was like, okay, come on now. This is a good cosplay. The costume looked good. She's in shape. She's a pretty gal. She was clearly respecting the character. Oh no, she used her real fucking hair. It annoyed the fuck out of me because you had all these people throwing a bitch fit, like being actual racist towards this black chick who did what is, in my opinion, not in my opinion, because I'm going to use the word objectively. It was an objectively good cosplay of Frieren.
Yeah, I remember that, right? And people were throwing a snit. The problem isn't a black person like cosplaying a white person. The problem is if you're being an asshole about it, then you are not encompassing what is the heart of cosplay.
Right.
Legitimately talking about anime and using it as a way to just say, oh, this is why, this is a bad look for anime fans. Oh, this is why people think anime is weird. And it's like, at the end of the day, anime is weird. It's always been weird. I'm just like, dude.
It's Japanese!
It's insane. Like, it's actually insane. Like, look what this person has to say here. I say this more because I've seen so many comments from people saying, not again with their fetishes, men can't be friends, innocent edits or drawings that only include scenes of their ship just
Leon,
because
we
they're
can't
two
be
men.
friends.
I don't...
So I've been told. To be fair, for those that know, me and Sydney apparently aren't really friends. I'm just using her to get views. That's what I've heard word on the grapevine is. But
I mean, like, look at it the other way. I'm a smaller, much smaller creator in comparison. It's like, it doesn't matter. We're just friends.
Or maybe we're actually fucking friends. Which funny. On last night's stream, you and I got into a heated fucking debate with one another, and people in the chat were like, "Oh, this is getting awkward." Little do they know, immediately when the stream is over, we watched like 4 episodes of anime together. And like, all right, cool, have a good night, and like we're doing this again. Like
we didn't fight.
Fucking friends, like.
You can have a difference of opinion and still coexist and be friends. Imagine fucking that.
Think this person understands. Nobody has a problem with someone shipping 2 men, 2 women, whatever. There's no problem with that. The problem.
So go back to the Runaway Vagabonds comment real quick.
Wait, where is that at? Oh, this one? There we go.
Yeah, that one. I cosplay non-black characters all the time. Vagabond, you're black. You don't really have a choice. I love anime. I love anime on account of it doesn't have very many black people. That's a very big positive for anime. You'd be limited to like 6 fucking characters. Yeah, cosplay all the white dudes you want, but don't cosplay female characters. That's
I
want
to see him do a cosplay of Conneria from Hunter X.
Yeah, so fuck that hoe.
Oh my gosh.
Real life fake monkey says, I thought y'all was married. The way we bicker, you'd fucking think so. Shout out. Thanks for the 2-banger, homie.
What people have with ships in general is when you take your headcanon and think it's actually canon. A good example of this is what happened to the Gachakuda offer, with Urana, where she was being but presented as non-binary. Like, literally the fan base was saying, oh, the offer's non-binary. Oh, this character is trans. And the conversation around this is where the fans build this headcanon about something to such an extreme degree that they no longer care what the author's feelings, thoughts, or how they wrote the series is. They think their headcanon is canon. And if you try to say, no, it's not canon, they get violently upset. And that's more or less what's going on here.
Or worse than that, like, I find this to be even worse than people who, like make their head canons canon in their own mind, is people who say canon doesn't matter. Like, I would rather somebody believe canon matters and at least try and legitimize their head canon. That's still annoying. They're still both bad. But if I had to pick one, I would say the people that try and legitimize their head canon are marginally better than the people that say canon doesn't matter at all.
I have no thoughts on that because I've never considered it.
Okay, it's mostly a thing in the Star Wars community. You don't really see a lot of it in anime because anime pretty much has like strictly just one canon. You've got like the manga canon, and then some people will argue, anime as well. But the point is, it's not like Star Wars where it's got massive amounts of retcons and changes and alterations over 40 plus years of content. So you see it a lot. Yes, Ezra, this is one of the rare moments of complete agreement between you and I. Canon doesn't matter at all. People are legitimately tourists. Who isn't a tourist, though? Fucking Fab. Fantastically, amazingly brilliant out here, dropping 10 Words of Paradise gifted memberships. Jesus fucking Christ. You're an absolute legend. You're going to get 2 clips. And because we were talking about casual racism, this first one's for you.
Plan B! This is for everyone you've killed! England murderer! Hold your fire! This man isn't black!
And let's just add a little more racism on top.
Leon, Moxie, are y'all niggas happy? Y'all happy? You proud of yourself? I hope you niggas is happy. Congratulations to all the new single moms on the channel, but I just hope you niggas are just so happy with what you've done.
We were, by the way, we were quite happy with what we've done. And then Real Life Fake Monkey came in with $1.49. If I had to get, it's a banana, isn't it? Hold on, Yep, it's a banana. He threw a fucking banana. A good thing I played the Atreus clip. And then we also got Cheese-tarian, or Cheesy-tarian, my bad, Cheesy-tarian, which I think might be new to my stream. Are you familiar with Cheesy?
Yeah, Cheesy's a sweetheart.
Well, awesome. Cheesy, if you've been in here before and I don't remember you, look, I apologize. I'm an asshole. But if this is your first time, fucking welcome. Glad to have you here. If this is also your first time and you're unawares of my content, we love horsecock around here.
Horse semen's great.
I'm digging horsecock.
Is your cock a horse cock? You will never hear me say it. Nay. Ooh, as I make more.
My favorite stallion I keep in my top drawer kinda goes hard though.
'Cause there is no cock like horse cock. Send your asshole into shock and eat horse.
I don't know how we're going to ever top horsecock.
Did I freeze? I think I froze. Was it me? Did I freeze? Is it Leon? Is it a cine show now? Hell yeah. He did break by the horsecock. That is wild. I mean, that will happen if you are into horsecock. So please do that responsibly. Hell yeah, it's a cine stream. Let's fucking go. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, he said I have to take over his stuff crashed. So yes, all hail Queen Cine, the goddess of anime. Let's fucking go. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Leon's frozen for me too. Oh, I was panicking. I was like, "Oh shit. I think my internet crashed." Okay, so I'm so glad it wasn't just me. Oh my goodness. Yes, it's a cine takeover. It didn't have to be hostile. It just happened naturally. Welcome to the Big Boob City Power Hour. Hell yeah. All boobs all the time. Oh my goodness. I think he's gonna have to be careful on the horsecock video. He keeps getting taken out by horsecock. Cindy is the captain now. Oh my goodness. Goddess of the cotton fields. Thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate you. Let me get you a clip. Hold on. Where is you at?
The horsecock broke me.
Yes, it did. I'm also looking for a clip for Eric. You know what? I'm gonna do this one.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
I've
thank you,
never
Eric.
had that happen. Like, dude, I played the clip and it just fucking crashed everything. I got no idea what happened there. Oh, she only said the N word 7 times. All right, cool. As long as you didn't get to 8.
Is that the limit? Next time we go for 10.
It depends on. Look, we got plenty of black people in the audience right now. They can give you a number. I don't even remember what we were talking about at this point. Oh, I was saying thank you so much, Cheesy Tarian. I appreciate you. All right. Let's get back to this after recovering from the technical difficulties. Again, thank you guys so much for the donos. Sorry about that.
Here, nobody has a problem with you shipping men or Yahweh, Yuri, whatever. The problem here is that if you take something to such an extreme level, you think it's canon when there's no evidence that it's canon, and then you get upset when someone points it out. That's the problem here. But regardless of that conversation, I cannot believe how this clip is pissing off millions of people right now. And you have people actively...
I know why.
That's...
Please, go on.
I feel like Jake Monroe or Goth Daddy actually summed it up. People are bored. And this is the only thing they have to bitch about. Yeah, I feel like it is. They don't have anything better to do, so they're just bored.
So I do try and operate under the belief that never attribute to malice what can be more easily attributed to stupidity. And so part of me is like, okay, you might be onto something because these people are fucking stupid. The other part of me thinks that they're at this point, with how far everything's come since Gamergate, since the election of Trump the first time, since COVID, since the crash of the economy, people are this brain broken and they actually do believe this shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they had better things to do, they wouldn't believe this shit, oh my God, my words, intentionally. They just need something productive in their life. These are people who probably live off welfare or still with their parents, who are just trolling X and Twitter to find things to bitch about. And what's an easy target? Anime.
See, is anime that easy of a target though? Because I mean, well, okay, so I guess it's an easy target now, which is why it's also, since it's a lot more popular now, they've moved on from comics. They've already corrupted comics. They've already corrupted movies. They've definitely already corrupted games. What is there besides anime that it hasn't been corrupted yet?
Yeah, it's the last form of entertainment that we had to ourselves.
Damn. I don't like how spot on you probably are with that. Oh, let's get back to it. All right, give me one moment here. Where'd the video go? Alrighty.
That's insane. That's actually freaking insane to me. Oh my goodness, dude. You did not see this stuff in the anime community 7 years ago, man. Maybe I'm blind. Maybe I'm out of the loop and I lived under a rock.
No, he is completely out of the loop. You absolutely did see this. Again, maybe I'm the only one that thinks so, but I've been saying it for a while now. And I like Chibi. I'm not trying to not Chibi whatsoever. But motherfucker is late to the game on this.
I mean, I don't know. I don't feel he is. I feel like he just had so much news to cover that this one just kind of got put on the back burner type thing. And then he needed a bigger story to help launch, talking about it. But I don't know if he would be behind on it. He's on X too much.
Or not enough.
Maybe.
So Fab for a 10 banger says, no, why did Horsecock Leon have to come back? The City Show was just getting started and it was perfect. Well, first of all, hey, thanks for the sub, SS Werewolf. This is for you. And if you guys want the Cine Show, sure, girly.
You want to know how to weed out tourists? Show them Urutsuki Doji. If you know, you know. Oh, goodness. Oh, my gosh. Okay, you can come back, Leon. I'm starting to get a little worried. Oh, goodness. He's going to make me suffer. Just show them no game, no life? Hell yeah, Patrick. Oh, my goodness. I think the sibling duo on that one would drive them insane, even though they're not related and the brother has nothing, like he's not interested in the little sister. The sister really isn't interested in him. They just have a really, really close relationship. They do not understand nuance. And I think it's great. That weeds them out, in my personal opinion. So yes, you're absolutely right. They should just show them no game, no life. Oh, thank you, Miss Molly. Oh gosh. Okay, you can come back now, Leon.
I was seeing how long I could go and make you just feel that uncomfortable. But you did good. You handled yourself very well. I'm proud of you, girly.
Thank you.
It's possible, but holy shit, dude. Like, this is crazy. The amount of people that are going absolutely unhinged about these clips, or this clip in general, is taking me back to better times, man. Sadly, we'll never go back to those simpler times because you can't, go back in time. There is no time travel, so sucks. We got to deal with this, but this is why gatekeeping is important. This is why gatekeeping and trying to protect your hobbies is extremely important, because you have people like this that infiltrate and they don't actually... They really don't respect the culture itself. They want to use it in any way to slander people as best as they possibly can. And that's exactly what's going on here. Or slander things to a degree. Oh, dude. I hate it, man. I hate it. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I want to talk about this because I saw people adding me and say, Chibi, did you see this? And yeah, I saw it. It's crazy just how angry people can get over a fan service clip. Fairy Tale. Of all things, like, dude, there's way bigger problems with Fairy Tale than fan service. Okay,
like the writing of the characters.
Like, if we're talking about strictly writing and how the power of friendship and stuff is done towards like certain moments, then we can have a conversation. But this isn't a conversation. It's just people basically wanting the eradication of fan service or anything that they don't like, so to speak. Crazy. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. Be safe. Stay healthy. Chibi out.
So I do have some addendums to this, but before that, Super Psychnotic for a 5-banger, thank you oh so much, says, as social media evolved, it became easier to see the degens. They're always there, but you had to know where to look. Now the algo feeds them to you. And while I do agree with this in part, and Cindy, I'll get your thoughts on this in just a sec, but while I do agree with this in part, the degens were always there. Social media did make them just more prominent. I also think we have more degenerates now. And the reason I think that we've got more degenerates now is because everybody, as the world became smaller, as the internet made the world a more homogenized place, we actually were able to, correspond with people and become part of these communities and whatnot, literally all over the world. There were no more barriers. People wanted something to be like more unique and more different. And, this is my individuality. And because people kept searching for more niche and more niche and more unique ideas of what could be considered their individuality, it started spawning these more degenerate, beliefs and lifestyles and just thought processes and stuff to that effect. So I think you're correct. And then it leveled up even beyond that. But Cindy, go ahead and give your thoughts. Also, thank you for the 5-banger, Super Hypnotic.
I think they want to blame, like I noticed online, right? People are trying to say, oh, porn ruined people. No, people ruined people. Because you had the Japanese in their culture, and you had anime, right? They always had funny stories or fucked up things that were happening, but it was purely Japanese, and you were like, okay, it's just a story, it's fine. And then you had these people who just took it like 5 steps too far, and just were like, oh, this is terrible, this is ruining things. And it's like, no, you are, by acting the way that you are. And honestly, this is what makes you a tourist, and this is why you should, in all honesty, get the fuck off the internet.
Agreed. And then with an addendum to that, we got Real Life Fake Monkey coming in with a 5-banger. Says, ignore them or deal with them. That's how you deal with tourists. Maybe flogging. I agree with
I'm
flogging.
up for flogging.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm for flogging. For you guys that came in with those 2 5-bangers, thank you oh so very much. Look, Chibi said that we don't have a time machine. Yo, thank you so much for the sub, November Reaper. Truly appreciate you. Chibi said we don't have a time machine, and he is correct. Best I can do is some digital limit. I love that clip so much, dude. I do. I fucking love that
hurts,
clip.
though. It's a
I know
beautiful
it hurts,
clip.
but it hurts in a good way. Like,
It
yeah,
makes
you know
me
how like
sad.
when you're feeling down and whatnot, sometimes there's like a certain sad song, maybe not even sad song, but like a melancholic song. Thank you for the sub, Amar. There's a certain like melancholic song that in some odd way uplifts you.
I can see it. It's kind of a bittersweet feeling.
Right, exactly. Like, and that's what that is for me. It's melancholic, but like there's also some comfort in it.
Maybe I'm not feeling the comfort. It just makes me sad.
Well, something that should make you sad, because I do want to palate cleanse a little bit from what Chibi had to say. While we had to talk about tourists and whatnot, and while there was a bunch of bad news in the anime, because first of all, I feel like you can make when I say you, the royal you, me, you, anyone on YouTube that's an anime fan could make just an entire channel around daily videos talking about anime tourism. All you gotta do is go on to X, type in anime tourist, and like just do it every day. You will have content every single fucking day. So I do want to talk about some good news. And this is good news in my opinion. This actually could be quite controversial depending on how you feel in chat. So we covered this story a while ago. About do you remember this? There was the guy in the UK who went to the Dublin airport to go to New York Comic Con, and he was stopped by Homeland Security, and he was charged with child pornography because he had images of quote unquote underage anime girls on his phone. You remember that?
I have not heard this. The fuck?
All right. So this happened back
Wait. Is it actual underage girls or is it lollies? There's a massive difference. I know people are saying that no, there is no difference, but I've seen some anime where no, it does matter.
So I don't know if it was lollies. I don't know if it was actual underage characters. I don't even know if they were sexual or not, because the law is so vague and weird in this instance. That I don't, obviously the images were never made public, things to that effect. But yeah, this happened in August of last year. So it happened about 6-ish months ago. Yo, thanks for the sub, Pickle Rick. Charges struck out against anime child porn Brit. The charges against the UK national who was charged with possession of animated child sex abuse images have been dropped.
So lolly.
Huh?
So lolly.
Well, again, I don't actually know, because we haven't seen the images, haven't seen the characters or anything like that, and this doesn't make it clear. But more than likely, you're probably correct. Yes, I would, if I had to bet, I would bet lolly. As previously reported, Finley Bode, 21, of Harborview Close, Brixham, Devon, that's a lot of fucking words there, was on his way to a comic convention, Comic Con in New York, when he was stopped by Homeland Security in Terminal 2 of Dublin Airport. Bode was charged with possession of anime images of Category 3 child pornography and possession of anime images of child sexual abuse, contrary to Child Pornography and Trafficking Act of 1998. However, the case was struck out at the Criminal Courts of Justice this afternoon. This is 4 days ago, so this afternoon, 4 days ago, after the director of public prosecution did not furnish the court with directions. Bode's defending counsel, Mr. Paddy Flynn, by the way, have you ever heard a more Irish name than Mr. Paddy Flynn? Requested. Wait, was that
No. I'm trying to look up what category 3 is on that one. Sorry.
Be very careful when you're looking up like just these sorts of things. You want to make sure your Google searches be pure, especially if you're gonna be Googling shit like child pornography and whatnot. Anyway, requested a strikeout after hearing that the directions were still outstanding. His client had traveled from the UK for today's hearing. He had been bailed to his mother's address in the UK. Now, so here's what this article doesn't say. This is just the Clip Notes version. So basically, dude was charged with child pornography over fucking anime images on his phone because he got randomly stopped.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. You explain in a second. Let me give everybody the Clip Notes version of this. So, dude got a random stop at an airport in Dublin. They went through his phone and found what was supposedly child pornography of anime characters. They arrested him on the spot. He was bailed out the next day for a total of £400. They had to keep his phone as evidence. He had to stay with his mother as part of like the bail requirements. And then he was supposed to have his hearing in November. November rolled around. And the Irish courts were like, sorry, we're too busy. We don't know what to fucking do. So he just went back to court a few days ago, and his prosecutor was like, you guys have been stringing this shit along, and you still don't know what you're actually doing. We need to drop this case. And the judge was like, all right, we'll drop the case. Got off scot-free. So that last 6 months of bullshit he went through over fucking cartoons is now thankfully over.
Yeah, but think about how much money that cost.
For sure. Well, actually, so that's I read in a different article. He applied for and successfully gained legal. So apparently, the UK has this thing where you can get legal aid for free, which I guess we have that in America as well. You can get legal aid if you're low income and whatnot, and he qualified for that, so he got his legal counsel and whatnot. I don't know about completely free, but he at least didn't have to shell out like God knows how much of his own money.
Yeah, that is insane. I hope he was able to get some help. But category 3 means non-penetration images of a minor.
Okay, so what it likely was sexified lolly characters, which again aren't fucking real, and dude just had like God knows how 6 months of his life probably in torment.
Maybe. I don't know. I did have to frame it specifically. It was like for context. I'm not trying to look this up. I'm not interested in stuff like this. But for the law, what does this mean as a law? And then ask what a category 3 was.
The VTuber is not obsessed with minors. We were literally talking about a court case where a UK citizen, by the way, the VTuber has a name. It's Centimere. But anyway, we were talking about a court case that just happened where a UK citizen was charged with child pornography, even though it was just fucking pictures of anime characters. Yeah, I'm with Tebow on this. Creepy does not equal illegal.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that explains a lot of why they can't say my name. They can't spell in general, and they're watching DSP willingly.
Based. Cheesy Train says, I'll start digging. Yeah, if you get any information, let us know.
Thank you, Cheesy.
But we're moving on to topic numero dos. And I think it was Molly at the beginning of the show that said that an Amelia anime would be interesting. So it's funny you say that. So our boy Hayden brought this up on stream yesterday. But I told him that, Sunday special stream isn't supposed to get like overtly political and stuff. It's supposed to just be that's the one, Sunday fun day stream. We talking about Amelia today, boys. Now, Cinny, when did you first hear about the Amelia stuff?
Not long ago, a couple of days ago, actually.
Okay, so you took off CounterCast last week. I replaced you with Sammy, who didn't fall asleep on my stream. Thank God.
I heard he fell asleep on his.
That's what I heard as well. He and I covered this, and at the time when this happened last week, it was like brand new. Nobody was fucking talking about it yet. Like, we were some of the first to get to it. Then I made a video on it a couple days later. It fucking blew the fuck up. It's one of my highest viewed videos of all time. And now even more people are talking about it. Like, when I scroll through my YouTube feed, thanks for the sub, Aranak. When I scroll through my YouTube feed and my X feed, it is all Amelia, all the time. Well, a girl leaflet did in fact make a couple of teaser trailers via AI
I need her
for
to teach me.
Amelia anime. Let's go.
Oh, wow.
イギリスのこと好き
どうして行かないなんて言ったんだろう。君はただ僕らの未来を送ってくれていたのに。
行こう世界を変えに残念ねチャーリー君そんな有害な考えを持っているなんて更生施設に入ってもらうわね許されることではない
Bro, making the teacher look so fucking vile while saying about like the re-education camps and shit. This is what AI was made for, baby. Let's go.
I am in love. I would watch this.
I would absolutely watch this.
あのアメリアって子は全く悪影響なんだよ。
She could be a bad influence on me. Yeah!
文化を守りたいっていう気持ちのどこが悪いのみんな
Based as fuck. What is wrong? Want to protect your culture from Muslim grooming gangs and fucking corrupt politicians that want to usurp your rights and remove your freedom of speech and take every single dollar from the fucking taxpayer and spend it on people that don't share your cultures and values. What is wrong with that? Fucking tell me, Starmer, you queer. I can say that because I'm in America.
Yeah, be careful though, because I hear like something happened. Grum's posted something interesting, but I did see this on X because I did repost this now that I'm looking at my channel because I even said Amelia Tan for best waifu for 2026 so far.
Agreed. Yes, Amelia is absolutely best waifu of 2026 so far.
自分の生まれた国や文化が大事なはずでしょう悪いことだなんて私には思えない
The last words of Albion.
一緒に行くよ。
Yeah, Charlie, you better go with her. Oh my
Now,
goodness.
So that was the first one. There is another one that we'll watch, but first, what were you saying that you saw that about like you know the Grum's poster or whatnot? Because Grum's is a fucking moron. So I don't trust him. So what did he say?
Hold on, let me find it. But it looks like somebody got hit up by the police in Florida, I think. Hold on, I will get to it. For something they posted on social media.
I couldn't care less. Dude,
I do. That's the start.
No. When I say I couldn't care less, what I mean, obviously I care. That's a fucking horrible thing. Like, yo, this is America. When I say I couldn't care less, what I mean is fucking do it. Fucking try it, dude. You try like arrest me or whatnot, or you know confiscate my phone or anything like that for memes or whatever I post or the streams I do. Guess what? I'm going mega viral for that, and we're getting like, do you realize all the motherfuckers that would pour dough in for a defense fund, how like wild that court case would be? That would be like headline breaking news if people get like arrested for memes when talking about the UK on a YouTube live stream. So yeah, I do it. I fucking dare you.
That, and I will sue the actual police department for, invasion of privacy, suppressing my amendment rights. I sent it in private chat, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just now pulling it up.
Okay.
All right, we'll take a look at this. Give me one moment here. Miami Beach mayor's office is now sending cops to your home to talk about what you posted. The UK is arriving on our shores. The British police on intimidating speech are incoming. This will happen if you don't fight it now. Let's watch this. Let's check the comments. Let's do all the fact checking we can. Because I'm going to be real, guys. I don't like Grums. I think Grums is a fucking moron. And Grums has posted a lot of not correct shit over the years.
Is that your account?
I refuse to answer questions without my lawyer present. So I really don't know how to answer that question either.
Well, like I said, you're not going to jail.
This is freedom of speech. This is America, right?
And
I'm a veteran.
And I agree with you 100%.
She's a veteran?
You're not talking to the right person. We want to go see who the right person is.
Okay, how can I help you?
So pretty much it's just a statement that was made as far as,
verbatim, it says the guy who consistently calls for the death of all Palestinians tried to shut down a theater for showing a movie that hurt his feelings.
Is there subtitles or not subtitles, but captions? Because I can't understand what the guy is mumbling. Oh, doesn't look like
Yeah,
it.
unfortunately not. They're saying that they received a complaint about the individual posting this is a person who repeatedly posts about how they want all Palestinians to die, is effectively what he was saying.
The LGBTQ community in any way. Even leave the room when they vote and on related matters. Wants you to know that you're all welcome. Clown face, clown face, clown face. 3 days ago.
You don't know if it was you?
I'm not gonna answer whether that's me or not.
Okay.
The concerning part, and not concerning for the person who's posting it, what we're just trying to prevent is somebody else getting agitated or
This
or
annoys the hell out of
I'm
me.
not saying it's true or not.
If this is real, it annoys the hell out of me as well, because who gives a fuck if you're agitated? You don't have a right in America to not be agitated. In fact, we have rights to protect us when we agitate, motherfuckers.
Why are you putting and investing manpower into this? Would you have already like upset people in Minnesota attacking others like legitimately over nothing? Like this is such a waste and abuse of power that it's mind-boggling, and I am so infuriated already.
Well, City, America didn't invent bureaucracy, but we perfected it. That being said, I am with the Runaway Vagabond on this. It seems fake. Need an official statement from Miami police. That's why we're going to look at the comments and stuff like that, see if we can find any valid information. Because I actually do agree with you. This doesn't seem real.
Understood.
That guy who consistently calls for the death of all Palestinians,
Mm-hmm.
that can probably incite somebody to do something radical. That's all we're here to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to get your side. If it was you that posted that,
Come back with a warrant.
I would think to refrain from posting things like that because that can get something.
And my lawyer.
I appreciate your concern. I appreciate you coming out here.
Okay,
that's it.
That is it.
Okay.
I'm going to maintain my my amendment rights to not answer the question about whether or not that's. I hope that's
Thank you for your time.
understandable.
We appreciate it.
Thank you
Yeah,
as
have a good
well.
day, okay?
You as well. Thank you. Take care.
All right. Now let's see. Oh no, I was rooting someone online. What the fuck is this? Governor Ron DeSantis. This doesn't even violate XTOS. I can't believe that Florida, of all places, is letting this kind of insane Karen behavior be weaponized. So here's what it says. The guy who consistently calls for the death of all Palestinians tried to shut down a theater for showing a movie that hurt his feelings and refuses to stand up for the LGBTQ community in any way, even leaves the room when they vote on related matters. Wants you to know that you're all welcome here. Yeah, again, in case anyone was wondering about this background, here it is. New York transplant, Miami Beach mayor, Steve Maynor. His JD cum laude from Brooklyn Law School, graduated summa cum laude. Okay, so this is talking about who the mayor is. Let's see. This is Grok giving some details on this. Let's see what Grok has to say. This incident involves Raquel Pocheo, a Miami Beach resident and former candidate who posted a critical Facebook comment about Mayor Stephen Minor's Israel support, alleging he calls for Palestinian deaths and ignores LGBTQ issues. On January 12, 2026, in Miami Beach Police Department detectives visited her home to verify the post and discuss potential incitement. She invoked free speech rights. Fire condemned as its chilling expression. Police defended as penetrative sources. Is this real, though? Well, before we go further, shout out to Fab, another fucking 10-banger. Don't deserve you. Nothing to do with anime, but the UK government are now trying to recruit vets aged of 65 and over to fight in the war. Like,
wait,
which war? Send them to fucking Ukraine? What war? Along with trying to get rid of the jury in local elections. Fucking insane. Go on before I play a clip, Cindy.
Is it the Greenland thing? Because they were saying they would go to war against the U.S. if we tried to take Greenland from them.
That's fucking funny. No, the UK is not going to war with us. That will literally never happen. So I'm gonna play your clip real quick, Fab. Thank you so much. Then we can get back to researching this.
Y'all can clip me all you want. I think Alyssa McConaughey has a nice ass, but I guarantee you she doesn't shave her armpits. So I'm good.
I'm surprised he didn't say, I guarantee you she doesn't wash her feet.
That would be a Kata thing to say. I mean, I'm not.
Fab also says, I'm not sure, but they are trying to recruit them to fight.
That is fucking bananas. And by the way, all these comments they're saying don't talk to cops. Absolutely correct. Absolutely true. Never talk to cops unless they have a warrant. And even then, don't talk to them Let them do their thing while you stay silent and while you get your lawyer.
Bathala Greenskin says we'd take over England in 2 days. Give us 24 hours.
Yeah, look at what we did in 2 hours from Maduro. All right, hold on. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to DuckDuckGo on this one. Is the story about Miami Beach. Did I not spell Miami right? No, I did. Police coming
Oh,
to.
Tebow's got a point. There are no proposed community notes on it yet.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. That's why I'm curious as well. Social media post true. Wait, it's real.
Holy shit.
CBS News, Miami Beach woman questioned by police over Facebook comment about mayor. A Miami Beach woman is demanding answers after detectives showed up at her door to question her about a Facebook comment she wrote about the city's mayor. Whoa. It's in Florida? Are you fucking joking?
That is wild.
Police say the visit was a precaution. On Tuesday, Miami Beach police released a statement saying they reviewed the post because it referenced an elected official and came amid heightened national concerns about anti-Semitism. Y'all really aren't doing much for the stereotypes when it comes to like, oh, we're not ran by Israel. The department said it assessed the post out of an abundance of caution for any potential safety implications. Police described their visit as a brief consensual encounter to ensure there was no immediate threat to the official or the community. They said their interaction ended without incident and emphasized their commitment to both public safety and constitutional rights, including freedom of expression. Mayor defends, of course, the fucking mayor, because this was about him, would defend the way the police did it. Miami Beach Mayor Stephen Miners said that the situation was a police matter and reiterated his strong support for Israel. Fucking shocker. He said people are entitled to differing views, but argued the police have believed the Facebook comment contained inflammatory and false language that warranted follow-up. Miners said offenses acted to assess any potential threat and ensure public safety. Get the fuck out of here. Pacheco has hired an attorney, and together they have filed public records requests to learn what led officers to her home. We were traveling down a very slippery road here. Correct. My goal is not just make it stop for me, obviously, but for everyone. Think about this. I'm a vocal person. I'm a loud person. I'm a well-known person in this town, and they can do that to me. I'm a veteran. Imagine what they can do for people that don't have a voice. Hold on. I'm curious about something.
I'm really starting to get annoyed that Trump is not doing anything. I realize he's got a lot on his plate. There is a lot of shit going on.
The Trump administration has been a fucking joke so far in most instances. There's been some dubs. I'll acknowledge the dubs, but most of them have been most of this presidency has been as Tebow describes it, a wet fart. Let's see.
It is a wet fart. Yeah, that's actually a good way to put it.
Let's see if we can. Let's see. Let's check out who this person is. Raquel. I was wondering because I was like, is this a Democrat or is this a Republican that's just anti like the rhino? No, I can't believe I'm in full 100% agreement with a fucking Democrat right now.
Yeah, but you can, I mean, like, you support Shoe on Head, right? Isn't she like a leftist, or not like a lefty, but like she's democratic?
So Shoe on Head is economically pretty much a fucking socialist, but socially she's conservative. Like, Shoe on Head's a very interesting case because, Shoe on Head's, she doesn't really fit into any particular category. We call her Kami Mommy because it's fun, and it's got like a playfulness about it. But Shoe on Head is very interesting from a political perspective.
Patrick says Asman is also a Democrat.
Yeah, he's a slightly left of center Democrat. Agreed. Didn't her husband fuck the commie out of her? More or less. Like, again, she is still economically very much a socialist. But she's not, again, socially. Yeah, she is economically retarded. I agree with that, Tebow.
Oh, still a woman.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I said, I love her. I do. I think she was great. I've been a fan of Shu for fucking 10 years now. Like, Shu is a bucket list guest on the show. But yeah, economically, she retarded. Missed this one. Cheesy Terry, member for 2 months. Damn, Scots. They ruined damn Scots. They ruined Scotland. Good reference. I like that. Alrighty. Well, let's get back to the fun part of what we were doing on this show and forget the dystopian hellscape we live in. Let's go back to making fun of the fucking UK.
お母さん、俺、アイスに入ったんだ。
She said ore. Interesting.
お母さん、鼻が高いわ。本当にこれでよかったのかな
I swear to Christ, if my stream gets taken down for guns and shit like it did the last time because of an AI anime video about Amelia, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed.
I hope that's not the case.
私が悪いって言うんだもん。アイスだ。武器を置いてゆっくり出てきて。撃たないで。銃を離せ。
Oh, hell of a shot.
毎日が怖いの。でも、私はこの国を救いたい。
まずいね。法令が執行されるというのは。
お母さん、知り合いが車にはねられて、それで。
I joined ICE to save my country, but now I'm the villain is such a legitimate anime title. I'm so impressed.
I really like it.
No, so the stream is members only, Patrick. It's not taken down. It's members only because if I remember correctly, I clipped segments of that to make a video, and I didn't want the stream algorithmically to offset the video. So yeah, I do set some streams to members only afterwards if I'm going to be using video clips and stuff from it, so that I don't get flagged for like reused content and stuff, because YouTube's got some weird rules about that.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
そうするしか。
Yeah, I've never had it happen to me, but the other YouTubers have had it happen to them, and so it's just something that I try to be cognizant of. So here's what we're gonna do. So now that we've reacted to Leaflet's AI Amelia shit, which is awesome, she put out a video today. They're so fragile. So for the last bit of the show, we're gonna talk about this. How do we go from bashing Trump to supporting ICE in less than 3 minutes? Because we're not an echo chamber, and two things can be true at once. This can be an incredibly, like, again, wet fart administration that does have good things about it, like I said, and I think the ICE enforcement is one of the good things.
And Trump is one thing and ICE is another.
Yeah.
The UK propaganda game you play got taken down. Real? They took it down? Why did they take it down? They took it down. Did they take it down because everybody was trying to get the bad end? It's freaking hilarious. You know what's funny is this keeps happening. Like they will come up with they'll come up with something that is kind of meant as like propaganda. I'll switch to it. Give me 1 second. They'll do something. Let me finish my thought first. They'll do something that's kind of meant as propaganda or like an insult to like people on the new MacBook Colors commercial. I have not now. Hi, Winter Wolf. How's it going? How you doing? So they'll do a thing.
So Wire and Bly, Wheels says it's back up now. What I heard was that it is back up, but they have edited out the bad ending because so many people loved the bad ending. So they've censored their own propaganda game. You're in the UK, if I recall, Wheels. So you let me know.
Oh no.
But that's what I've heard, is that they effectively censored their own propaganda game.
That's insane.
To either offend people on the right or to be like a propaganda piece, like against the right. And every single time, a moving great library. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. Every single time, the right is just like, yeah, we like that actually. And then they're in this weird, awkward position where they either have to like take it down or like backtrack. It happens all the time. Right, like this happened with the JD Vance memes, like where they were making like the fat baby JD Vance, and then everyone just loved it. Everyone on the right just like, yeah, you know what? That's ours now. Thank you. That's actually pretty funny. Even JD Vance himself loved it, right? And then they had
it's what he went as for Halloween.
They had the Ultra MAGA. I remember that, or they were using it as an insult. They were calling people.
By the way, back to talking about the Trump stuff and whatnot. I'm actually quite a bit more a fan of JD Vance than I am of Trump. Like, I think that assuming that JD Vance isn't like hampered by the political process, I think he would be a much better president than Trump, because I think based on what I've gathered and whatnot over the course of the last year and a half to 2 years of the election run up into actually being elected, JD is even more hardcore than Trump.
I look forward to him running in the presidential election in, 2028?
Yes, me too. And yeah, you're right. Charlie Kirk loved the Eric Cartman bit.
Ultra MAGA. And then people started making MAGA hats that just said Ultra MAGA on it. It's like, it's so fucking funny, dude. Like, the Great MAGA King was another one. They were calling Trump the Great MAGA King as an insult. And then everyone literally started calling him the Great MAGA King. It's like every time, man. You can't delete stuff from the internet. Well, the problem... You want to know the problem? The thing is in my experience, and like this isn't everyone, like obviously there are certain, there's always
and that's another reason I do like him, person. Some Groypers don't like him because his wife's Indian. That's another reason why I do like JD Vance, because he pisses off the Groypers. Because here's the dealio. Look, Fuentes, I've said plenty about Fuentes. There's some shit he says I agree with. There's a lot of shit he says I vehemently disagree with. Now, actually, I agree with a lot of what he says. I vehemently disagree with the framing, the way it's messaged. Because, like, obviously the dude knows what he's doing. He's got a big platform. He's got a lot of followers. That being said, I don't think he's going to affect any sort of real change with the sort of inflammatory way in which he speaks and whatnot, because it doesn't, he's not a politician. It doesn't have that same effect as somebody like Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump was saying, like, he was saying inflammatory shit, but he was saying very common, like, from a common sense basis, like, talking about taxes, talking about putting, politicians that do illegal shit in jail, things like that. When Nick says inflammatory shit, like about how much he fucking hates Jewish people, like, that's, I get it, it's funny, and there actually is some legitimate criticism, like of Israel and whatnot, I'm all on board with. But the way you're doing it, it doesn't seem like it's going to be productive in the long run. It's got short-term gains. I don't think it has long-term gains. So I would rather take an incredibly aggressive vice president turned president with an Indian wife than I would take, like Nick seriously.
Yeah.
Exceptions to the rule, right? But in general,
I
on average,
saw that.
I feel like people on the right take themselves less seriously than people on the left. Like, people on the left get offended like super fucking easy, whereas like people
what makes
people
it
on the right
funny.
will just laugh it off typically. Like for instance, they'll call you shit. You'll be like, yeah. They'll be like, you're a fucking retard. I'll be like, yeah, true, right? Or like they'll tell like Asman that like he's like a retard. I'll be like, yeah, true, right? It's like people know, like, and the thing is, guys, Asmongold's not even on the right. Like, let's be real. Like, he's kind of more moderate. What I mean is, like, when I say like the right, I don't mean literally like right wing.
No. On the right is anything to just like this side, or I guess for you guys watching this side of Bernie Sanders at this point. Like, let's be real. Dude.
No, what's right is anything that they don't agree with. Everything is on the right after that.
That's what I'm saying, which would be to the right of Bernie Sanders, the fucking commie.
Oh, okay. I don't know Bernie Sanders very well.
You're not missing anything. James Lander says Vance's wife is very intelligent and richer than her husband. I don't know if that's true, but I would not be shocked at all if it was true that she had more money than him.
Conservative. I mean, like, the sphere of people online that are not crazy. That's more what I'm talking about than like politically right. What I more mean is like the anti-woke people, right? Not far left. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is like I've said this before, and like people know this about me. I'm not even like super fucking conservative. Like I'm not like there are certain things I'm pretty hardcore on, like abortion, but I'm not like
see, and that's one of the things that I'm not super hardcore on. Like me and Sammy have talked about this. It's what like it's one of the positions I have that I'm not now morally. I consider abortion abhorrent. I like from a moral perspective, I consider abortion abhorrent. However, there's only one type of person that's killing the babies: liberals. So if that means that future generations are going to have less liberals because they keep killing their own babies, to me, it seems like a problem that solves itself. Like
they're thinning their own herd and don't even realize
exactly. It. Like, how can you be against abortion when really it actually does work out for us in the long term?
Well, yeah, that and then said liberals, when they do have that child, end up to tend to smother that kid. So, I mean,
oh yeah, you're talking about like boy moms and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Or they just do something awful to those children.
Real life fake monkey saying starts soaking the cross.
What?
to nail me to and light me on fire because of my take
okay.
Right there. Hey, what up, Box Office Brawler? I love it when men think of me. Thank you so much, homie. I hope you're doing well.
Not gay at all.
You know, it's I'm pretty moderate, like socially moderate when it comes to stuff. Financially, like economically, I'm pretty conservative. I'll be real. But yeah, it's so funny because like you know they come after me, like they come after me and Kirsha, right? Like here's the hilarious thing. If you listen to Asmongold,
yo, shout out to Esra coming in with that gifted Words of Paradise membership, you absolute legend. Guys, this is what it's all about. This is what I'm talking about. Like
hell of a
Esra
shot.
And he hit Box Office Brawler. Nice. You're right. Good shooting, Tex. Guys, me and Esra disagree all the fucking time in the comments. Frequently. But I always say at the end of my videos, the only diversity I give a fuck about is diversity of thought. And guess what? Esra is still here day after day, stream after stream, still disagreeing, still coming back, still watching the videos the whole nine, because that's what we give a fuck about up in this bitch. Mad shout out to Esra. And Real Life Fake Monkey says, no, I said that because I found my red rose. Bro, Eric be on one. All right, well, Esra and Real Life Fake Monkey. This one's for you guys.
How you doing, sir? Good. Can we talk to you? Where are you from? You live in New York?
Who are you?
Don Lemon.
You're a fucking moron, dude.
Shout out.
if you listen to me and you listen to Kirsha on the topic of trans stuff, right? It's like, okay, if you're an adult, do whatever you want, but like, let's just like, no, can we just leave kids out of it? Right? And it's like, oh, wow, you want all trans people to fucking die. It's like, oh, okay. So we're going to go.
It's not that we want all trans people to die. It's that, like, statistically speaking, flip that coin.
44% you know, like, chance.
All the way to there because of like a very obvious thing that we think is wrong. Like a very obvious, like loophole that could cause a lot of problems for people, right? And it's like you need to be 100% with them or like it's over, basically. It's so weird. The left has gotten so far left that everyone looks centrist. It's true. It's 100% true.
Hey, thanks for the sub, Anka Meyer.
It's so weird because I have people telling me like, oh man, like there was a big thread about me today on X. There was a person that was like, what happened to you, Leaflet? Like, you know, they're like, what happened to you, Leaflet? Like, well, you became so right. I was like, what are you talking about? I've always talked about this stuff. Like, always. Like, the main, you want to know the main thing that changed actually? And you can like ask crazy. Like,
I'll take a wild guess as to the main thing that changed. The main thing that probably changed is that the videos and whatnot where she was talking about this shit actually started getting traction on YouTube when YouTube more or less stopped censoring shit as much. Because like there was a period of time. people say that I cap and shill for YouTube because I talk about the freedom that YouTube actually does give. Because there's this narrative, and I understand why this narrative exists. There's this narrative that YouTube is like super censorious and YouTube shuts shit down. And don't get me wrong, that there is an element of truth to that, right? There is a case to be made for YouTube not allowing or heavily suppressing whatnot certain topics. But compare where it is just in the last 3 years to where it was like during the first Trump administration and into COVID. YouTube has become notably better. Like you can get away with a lot on YouTube in terms of the freedom of speech and what you are and aren't allowed to say and whether or not your channel gets hit and stuff to that effect. Like it's quite impressive the freedom that YouTube gives us over the last 3 years or so compared to 2016 through like I'd say 2021, give or take.
Is that because they started implementing bots, you think?
Elaborate.
It's no longer people being censorious as admins or whatever it is, but that bots don't understand like certain things, so it's being more generous and lenient.
So I've never thought about it like that. You could be onto something. I don't know that there's any data to back that up, but that doesn't inherently mean that that's not the case. I would actually have to look into it. Someone did make a good point. Yeah, right here. Johnny says YouTube does what the ad money tells it to. Now, this is probably a big key part of it, more so than the bots. I would actually be willing to say it's probably this. As the public sentiment shifts further and further right, or at least like, further and further right, because even if you're like far, far left, even if you go to like moderate left, that's still shifting to the right because you're far left and you're going center left. So the more the public sentiment shifts to the right, the more advertisers are going to be are going to also shift their content to appeal to the customer base. The old adage from Michael Jordan, Republicans buy shoes too. And so the more these ad companies and the people putting out the ads are willing to have their ads shown in front of what was a controversial creator in, let's say, 2018, 2019, YouTube's going to promote that stuff now more than they did. So I think that Johnny actually probably hits the nail on the head here in terms of the ad stuff.
Well, that and like and somebody else brought it up in chat too, that it was also the Biden administration that was getting like really heavy-handed with the censorship.
Yeah, well, that's 100% factual. Under the Biden administration, and actually under the Trump administration as well, there was a rogue element of the FBI, which again, abolish all three other organizations: FBI,
Agreed.
CIA, DEA, like the Department of Education, like all of it.
Agreed.
There was an element of the FBI specifically that was their entire job. Go to YouTube. Go to, at the time, it was Twitter, go to Facebook and tell these companies exactly what to censor. That has been proven multiple times. And we all were saying for years that this was the case. Like I was saying this on like fucking Facebook and message boards, shit like this back in, like 2019, 2020, like during the Trump administration, not even in the Biden administration, during the Trump administration. And it's a conspiracy theory. Oh, it's a conspiracy theory. Guess what? It got proven fucking true. When the Twitter files dropped because of Matt Taibbi, proven fucking true. What's his name? Mark Zuckerberg goes on Joe Rogan and just openly says, yeah, the FBI was coming to us and telling us what we can and can't allow on there, like what we should need to censor. They requested it, but when the FBI requests something of you, it's not really a fucking request.
That's fucking crazy. That should be criminal.
You're absolutely right. It should be. But again, this is America.
This is actually true. The real big main thing that changed is I stopped caring about doing React content. Because like for me, the big thing was I didn't really like React content. And the reason why, when I say I didn't like React content, I meant like in general, because like a lot of the time people react and they don't even say anything. Like they literally like just put the video on and then they just like eat some pop.
Which is crazy.
I can't wrap my head around motherfuckers that want to watch react content to people that don't react. So, first of all, I want to take a brief moment just to say thank all of you so much. Today's video was a react video is blowing the fuck up right now. It's doing great. And you guys all made that happen. So thank you. However, I have gotten a couple comments under that video. Not a lot. I mean a couple. The video's got like 100 plus comments right now. I've only seen like 2 or 3 of these. Why is he pausing every 5 seconds? Because it's a reaction, bitch. Like,
this isn't Twitch. And you're not Casey Tron.
Exactly. They're out there asking, like, why didn't you just watch the whole video and then talk about it afterwards? One, copyright. That's a thing. Making content transformative. Also, it's called a fucking reaction video. I'm reacting in real time, giving you my thoughts, but also it's a clip from a live stream, so I'm interacting with chat. And then one of the comments was like, why don't you just talk over the video? Because then people can't hear the fucking video, or they can't hear me. One of the two. I want y'all to hear both, so you pause it. Like, it's flabbergasting. React content has been normal on YouTube for like a decade now. How do people not fucking get this?
Oh, it's like that dude last night on the stream. It was like, would you stop pausing? And it's like, no. How about you shut up?
Yeah, exactly, Fab. I don't get people who watch react videos to say stop talking. And here's the deal. You want to know why I do? First of all, not everything I do is reaction content. I do a very mixed bag of stuff. Sometimes I do react content. Sometimes I cover articles. The whole 9. But if I'm doing react content like what we're doing right now, it is to understand the point that what I'm reacting to is saying, and then give my assessment, and Cindy give her assessment, and cross-examine each other's assessments if we disagree in relation to whatever the context is. It's effectively no fucking different than when people, again, I didn't used to do react content almost at all. It was rare when I first started YouTube, it was rare I would do react stuff. I would mostly read through news articles and give my opinions on the news. And I do still do that, but doing react content is really no different. I'm just, instead of reading an article, I'm listening to someone and still pausing it and giving my thoughts and opinions. It's so fucking weird, dude.
It's the TikTok brain.
Exactly.
Popcorn or something. They don't really like really add anything to the video. Asmongold does that, right? So it's like I kind of follow along those lines when I try to do like a rec. That's why I talk so much, right? It's because I'm really trying to be transformative about the video. So like getting over that and then being like, you know what, fucking, I'm just gonna like watch whatever I want on stream. That was like half of it. The other half of it was everyone told me it was a bad idea. Like everyone told me like Lisa, you're talking about too much politics. You're being too political. Like one of my close friends at the time told me that that I will become nothing. They told me like, and this is like, when I had like maybe like 200 views or.
Cheesy Terry for a 2-banger says, more react videos? I need more Leon's chair. Well, I mean, since you asked so kindly.
We need.
Is this what you people want?
You need a figure on the chair. Like Friday Night Tights.
I've seen what makes you cheer. Anyway, thank you for the 2-banger.
Something like that. They told me, Leaflet, if you don't go like the VTuber idol route, you will become nothing. And I was like, it's a real quote too. Like I'm not fucking around like that. Someone actually told me that, right? And like, yeah. And so it's like, obviously, everybody's telling me it's such a bad idea. Like I wanted to do it. In fact, I snuck it into the content.
Yes, this is a Ryuji shirt. I've always wanted this shirt. I just got it in the mail today. I'm so excited for it. And I'll be cosplaying Ryuji at MegaCon.
Did you get a blonde wig?
Not yet, but I will.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate you for noticing that. Yo, thanks for the sub, Tercero.
We would play like late night extraction shooters because like, I loved Hunt Showdown at the time. games like Arc Raiders, Tarkov. I love these games, and I would just talk about this stuff like in the middle of the game. Like we would be like walking around and like hunt, looking for the enemies, like searching for clues, looting, and then I would talk about it, and that's kind of like how it was back then, right? And now I just talk about it whenever I want. So like in a way, I'm actually more free.
Well, and that's another thing. Like, cause she was talking about how she had her friend that was telling her, "Oh, if you talk politics, you're gonna lose. Your viewers. You're gonna become nothing. This, that, and the other." Bullshit. Now, if you're talking politics because that's the popular thing to do, and you don't want to do it, you're trying to capitalize on like the algorithm and stuff. Then yeah, you are gonna become nothing. But that's because viewers instinctively understand authenticity. That's why everybody knows Hassan Piker is a lying fucking grifter, as opposed to Asmongold. Love him or hate him, you can't deny he believes what he's saying, because that authenticity comes through the screen. So, like, if Leaflet decided to go the political route because she feels this shit and she wants to talk about this shit because it's something that is legitimately interesting to her, then there's going to be an audience that gravitates towards that, because they'll be gravitating towards the very obvious authenticity that comes with that.
Yeah, it's like I mostly talk about, as I said in the beginning, anime and gaming stuff, but does like political stuff happen? Or like I talk about it on my channel? Sure. It's a talking point. Like if your chat discusses it, you do chat with them back on it. It's gonna happen. But
exactly.
But if I suddenly pivot to nothing but politics, then yes, I will lose my audience.
Again, unless that was what you wanted to do, you might lose your audience, but you'd find a new one because you're still doing. But yeah, also whoever just subbed, thank you so much. Sorry I didn't call it out. I didn't want to interrupt Cindy, but thank you so much for the sub.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm actually like more me than before, to be honest. Implying that you're not a say-so.
Also, speaking of, there's a wait, here it is. Politics bleeding into gaming and anime, unfortunately. And here's the wild thing. I would be talking about politics even if they didn't. Like, let's say I was a gaming and anime fan, like I am. I've been a political hound since 9/11. Now, obviously, I was very young and didn't understand the politics of it, but it was interesting. And it was something like we always had the news on in my house. My parents were always into politics, stuff like that. So I've just grown up in a very like political household. I've always found politics to be incredibly interesting. I wanted at one point to run for office and be a politician. Then I realized, A, that's really narcissistic, and B, you did way too much fucked up shit in high school that I'm sure would come to light. You wouldn't make it. So like that was my thoughts. But yeah, no, I would be doing now. I don't know if it'd be two separate channels, a political one and then like a gaming anime one, or if I'd just be doing everything on one channel. But I'd be talking about politics even if there was no relationship, because I fucking love talking about politics.
Fair. I don't.
You said you don't?
I don't. I don't care about politics at all. Like I said, it's like when I started my channel, it's because I feel like I was forced to suddenly have to be put in a position to say, hey, not all women are like this. Not all gamers are like this. You're full of shit. And that's how I got my start. So I hate politics. I really do.
And Cheesy Train, I'm 31, almost 32.
Cheesy-tarian.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really a big fan of the whole idol thing, to be real with you guys. And I'm not saying like I'm not like hating on you, like if you like that, that's like up to you and like that's fine, right? But
I can agree with her on that.
For me, it's not really my thing. I was never an idol. I did do a concert once though. Did you guys know that? I did do a concert. I sang in a VTuber concert. Did you guys know that? I did.
I did not.
Proof, it's on Patreon. If you're on Patreon, like all the videos are there. The whole concert footage is there. You can sing poorly, PX. I'm not that good at singing, to be honest. The main reason there's multiple reasons. One, my like I just sound fucking weird. Like I'm just being honest. Like I just have a weird, like I just sound weird. Second, I have like issues with like my lungs and my throat. Like I have like
yeah, look, I love Leaflet. I do. I can't imagine Leaflet because Leaflet already got a whack ass accent. Supposedly she's American from what I've heard. Like isn't she? Is American, isn't she?
I don't know Leaflet.
I'm pretty sure Leaflet's American, or maybe she's like Latina.
Hold on, is Leaf?
Yeah. Find out Leaflet's nationality. Point is, She got a whack ass accent. I don't know that it would translate very well to something I want to hear. You think she's Asian American?
Slime? No, she's not.
She's what?
I'm looking at her virtual YouTuber thing, and it says she's a slime model, and I'm like, no, she's not. I'm
Yeah,
looking
she
right
is.
at her. I'm fairly certain.
I think at least on debut she was, because I've heard her talk about it.
Oh, okay.
So she might not be anymore. Maybe the model's been upgraded, changed, maybe the lore's changed. But at one point, yeah, it was a slime model.
It's not publicly confirmed. She hasn't stated her nationality in any official bio or stream.
A lot of people are saying she's Japanese American. If it hasn't been stated, I don't know. Hey, things. Oh, that was a super chat, not sub. Okay, I'll get that in a sec. A lot of people are saying that, so I don't know if you're saying it's never been stated, but a lot of people are pulling that. I don't know where people are pulling it from.
It's ChatGPT that let me know, because I wasn't finding anything on Google.
Gotcha. Cheesy Tarian says, I'm 30, but mine keeps thinking I'm a teenager. I feel that. Trust me. Peter Pan syndrome be a real thing. I'm right there with you.
Well, my mom is in her 60s, and she says she doesn't feel like her brain still feels like she's 20. So it doesn't go away.
I can confirm she is definitely not Canadian. Yeah, Leaflet's not Canadian. Leaflet's Texan. Well, I know she lives in Texas, but I don't think she always lived in Texas. I just don't know where she was from.
Nice, another Texan. Hell yeah.
By the way, thank you so much for the 2-banger.
Like, if I get sick, my nose gets stuffed really easily. So I've had asthma. I've had asthma like ever since I was a kid. So like I get clogged up really easily. So sometimes like if I'm singing, it'll cause stuff to come up and like get stuck in my throat.
See, that's what I'd heard, that he was from
California. You have
California.
a terminal case of like that's a terminal case of being from California. I was born in California.
Oh, she just said it.
So that answers that, guys. She was born in California, so she is certainly an American. We just spent like 5 fucking minutes doing all like Sherlock Holmes on her identity, and then she's like, "By the way, I was born in California." Thanks, Leaflet. Way to make this reaction sound fucking retarded.
She's here for us.
So like I lived there all my life, but like luckily like my dad was pretty conservative, so. My dad was pretty conservative, and I also like my dad. So, yeah, you want to know the truth though? Is actually there was a period in my time where I was more left. So I was never like full psycho left. Like I was never full full commie or anything like that. But I was a lot more socially left. I was a little bit more left on things like abortion. And then
I feel like the vast majority of young people were like. I was never full on, libtard or whatnot, but in my teen years in high school and whatnot, I definitely had more left-leaning opinions, like, oh yeah, why can't the homos get married? Things like that. It's like, oh, it's it's just marriage, it's not a big deal. Little did I know about the slippery slope. So things like that. So it's I feel like people just grow out of it. What's the old adage? If you're not a liberal. If you're not a liberal in your 20s, you have no heart. If you're not a conservative in your 30s, you have no brain. I think that's the phrase.
I've never heard of that.
I've heard it several times, and I always worry I'll screw it up because it's kind of wordy.
And what happened was I grew up.
Exactly, that one.
No. No. Really, what happened? No, like I mean, but kind of. Really what it was I experienced the real world, and I feel like, how do I explain it? The weird thing is
if you're not liberal 18, you have no heart. If you're not conservative 30, you have no brain. Yeah, that's the one I said in your 20s, but effectively the exact same thing. Yeah. And yeah, slippery slope does get everyone at some point. Agreed.
I feel like a lot of conservatism comes from life experience. Does anybody else feel me on that too? Like, did any of you guys, like, you used to be like a little bit more on the left, and then you had to work a job? And
I get into arguments with conservatives about this all the time, because this is why I don't consider myself a quote unquote conservative, anarchist, libertarian, whatever you want to call it. We can argue about the details. But the point is, to me, conservative means one thing and one thing only: The point of being a conservative is you are conserving government power, small government. The idea, I don't think there is such a thing as like the social aspect of like there's socially like there's things that conservatives align with on the social level and whatnot, but in terms of like actual political practice, in terms of like policy, conservative means you're conserving government power. That's what it is. So you can have liberal beliefs, conservative beliefs, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's about conserving government power. So if that's not the train you're on, that's why like Nick Fuentes to me is not a conservative. Nick Fuentes is not a conservative at all because he's a big government guy. Nick Fuentes is all about government power. He's all about expanding government, the whole nine. That is not a conservative by definition.
I have no idea. It just makes me think of my cousin.
I figured you didn't when you were silent. So
yeah.
Hey, thanks for the sub, JWM.
You're not sharing the screen.
Oh, whoops.
And I feel like work really is a huge part of it. It's like when you don't have any money, like you have to work a lot, you're kind of like, what the fuck? You know? Like, it's like I said, I used to be really poor. So it was like, it kind of comes from that perspective, right? Where I was really poor, but like my mom didn't want to do welfare. So like, we kind of just grinded, honestly. Like we didn't want to get stuck on the system, you know? Like we didn't want to like, it was really a sense of, it's going to sound weird.
Let's talk about this. There are actually different types of conservatives, such as fiscal conservative, constitutional or Christian conservative. Aleve is a fiscal conservative. Most actually want less government. Well, and that's the thing is like, the reason I bring up what I'm bringing up is when you ask people, so anyone that considers themselves a conservative, the next go-to question should be, what do you want to conserve? And if their answer is anything other than government power, i.e. small government, if their answer is anything other than that, they're not a real fucking conservative, no matter what they say. That's my point. You can have your like moral beliefs and fiscal beliefs and whatnot that like align with conservatism, but if your end goal is not small government, limited power, then you're not a conservative.
It was really a sense of shame, really.
Which is why, technically, by the way, I'm farther right than most conservatives. I'm actually exponentially further right than most conservatives because as an anarchist who, in theory, believes there should be no government. Now, I know that that's in theory. It doesn't fucking work in real life, at least not in our current juncture. So I'm more of a libertarian. Even so, as a libertarian, that's notably more far right because libertarians want even less government intervention than the fucking conservatives. So I'm further right than the vast majority of right-wingers who try and call me a leftist.
I didn't want to feel like we didn't want to feel like we were just taking from society, right? So it's like, let's just like work harder, right? And like,
answer,
work harder, budget better, and we'll if we have to, then we'll if we like the only things really were like there were some medical stuff that I needed some help with, but other than that, I didn't really take food stamps or anything like that, and like it's just I didn't want to,
Fab, you would be shocked, fucking shocked, how often I am called a leftist. Like when I first started on SNH, they called me Lefty Leon because, and it was mainly due to me like frequently disagreeing with the panel and whatnot. To this day, there are people in like the more conservative aspects of this, this YouTube space we'll occupy that call me a leftist and call me a liberal. Obviously, it's not fucking true to anyone that actually watches my content, but yeah. But believe it or not, the reason I think the accusation is lobbed at me is mostly because of how I dress. With these more like gothy and punk rock and emo styles and stuff like that. Like, and the long hair, the fact that I look like a fucking hippie, I think people just make the assumption of the left leaning and liberal aspects from a purely visual standpoint. if I had to guess. Cheesy Tyrion from 5-banger. I was hoping to age out of feeling. I was hoping to age out of the feeling of feeling young, but I'll settle for an elf to pat me on the head.
Ah.
Well, I don't have an elf to pat you on the head, but we do have Japanese Spider-Man.
Find Peter Parker.
Who the hell are you?
Bring back.
What the fuck? Oh shit!
Did
I
your
don't know why, it
browser
just-
crash?
Yeah, it just stopped playing the video. Hold on, we gotta share my screen again. All right, let's. I think we were about here.
Main reason well, there's multiple reasons. One, my like I just sound fucking weird. Like I'm just being honest.
Oh no, we were much further than that.
Mom didn't want to do welfare.
Okay, yeah, here you are.
Just I didn't want to feel like we didn't want to feel like we were just taking from society, right? So it's like let's just like work harder, right? And like work harder, budget better, and we'll if we have to, then we'll if we like the only things really were like there were some medical stuff that I needed some help with, but other than that, I didn't really take food stamps or anything like that. And like, it's just I didn't want to, bring back public shaming, make shaming great again.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, and so that's the problem. That's the problem with government as charity. Like, it's really the main issue is government as charity removes the face from the person who's giving you the thing, right?
Well, I mean, okay, she is correct about that. Government as charity does remove the face for it. It like people more often than not need to anthropomorphize whatever is happening to them if it's at the cause of an inanimate apparatus. So like if it's not a person or an animal or something that is basically if it's not something living that is giving you whatever you're receiving, the human brain it is more easily to empathize with it if you anthropomorphize it, which is why people tend to anthropomorphize the government. So what she's saying is true. But more important than that, the problem with government as charity is the government fucking sucks at everything. Like, if we lived in an ideal world where the government wasn't complete and utter fucking trash at everything it did, I might be a little bit more open to the government as charity, doing what you can for your citizens and whatnot. But there is so much red tape and bureaucracy and bullshit that just makes it like untenable. If you look at any church and look at the charitable contributions of churches or individuals, if you look at individuals, that donate X amount to charities or whatnot, or not even to charities, but they do direct funding to like other like people in need and stuff to that effect, is so much more efficient. It is so much more efficient. Like the numbers of how much more efficient just like the churches are than the government in getting, the people that need this help, getting them what they need. It is mind-blowing.
I never stopped to consider all that.
Oh, yeah. The charitable contributions because more often than not, so when a church does a charitable contribution, it's within their own tight-knit community, and it doesn't have to go through all the red tape of taxes and bureaucracy. They don't have to pay a bunch of employees for their nonprofit. I could be wrong on the numbers about this because I'm going off of memory from like when I read this like 7 years ago. But do you know? And Chad, if I am wrong, correct me. But do you know what percentage of your gross needs to be donated to be considered a nonprofit?
No.
If I'm recalling correctly, it's like 7%.
Guys, I'm opening up a Church of Cine. Please come support.
No. So yeah, well, churches are already like tax free and whatnot. But yeah, to be a nonprofit organization, you effectively can make 93% profit so long as you donate that 7%.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
yeah,
it's
like
10%?
oh, okay, 10%. Thank you. So, all right, I'll just I'm not going to fact check. I'll just go off what you're saying. The point is, it's an astronomically low number. So when you think of things like the Salvation Army, like, look, I ain't trying to knock the Salvation Army. I'm sure they've done a lot of good things for a lot of people and whatnot. But like 70% of all the money they take in goes to operating costs and paying their employer or their employees and like maintaining their facilities. So only like 30% or less of, so basically if you donate $1 to the Salvation Army, 30 cents of that dollar is what actually goes to charity or goes to the people in need of the charity.
Y'all have heard of sin, but have you heard of Cinny?
So, like, if a person gives you charity, a person in your community that you know gives you charity, you know who gave it to you. You know who is sacrificing for you. Whereas, like, when it's the government, you just feel like you deserve it. Correct? Anyway, Engineer Watkins, thank you for the prime. Thank you, Iron Tiger. Thank you so much for the bits. When I was 16, I got a new job and thought I could get an N64 my first paycheck because I saw that the tax man did.
Holy shit, she reads
been a
that
Republican
quickly.
ever since. It might seem petty. They do take a lot from me.
Is she reading it quickly, or does it just sound like she's reading it quickly because she's got such a fucking weird accent?
Yeah, that's hard to tell.
Dude, they do. They really do. And the problem is, like, Iron Tiger, and you probably understand the sentiment, Iron Tiger. Let me know if this is, if this, chat, let me know in general if you feel this too. When they, like, tax you, you're like, the idea is, okay, well, I'm going to get stuff out of it, as in, like, they're going to clean up this.
Uh-oh. Man, I think David Carroll's right. Leon is just having a bad case of like Cinny scuff. I'm infecting his stream. Hell yeah.
What is going on with my fucking OBS today?
I have no idea.
Actually, I think I have a feeling as to what's going on. When I was doing video stuff earlier, it prompted me to update it, and I said remind me later.
I always do remind me later.
Right, but like I'm wondering if maybe that update would fix whatever problem I'm experiencing.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, my OBS just got retarded again. Brought about for a 2-banger. Forgot to hit the like button. I'm sorry. No worries at all. As long as you hit the like button now, that's all that matters. Same goes for all y'all watching out there, by the way. There's plenty of you watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Would mean the absolute wild to me. Alrighty, let's go back to what we were doing. I'm gonna have to reshare the screen because OBS is fucking with me today. All right, here we go.
You know what I mean? Like, I would be fine paying the taxes right now if they actually did shit with it. You know, like, if they actually made shit better.
See, I'm further right than Leaflet. I would not be fine paying taxes because taxation is fucking theft. Taxation is theft. End all be all. But charitable donations are not theft. You want to read this one since it's for you, Cinny?
Here's a donation to the Church of Sin or Cinny. Hell, Cinny! Thank you, fam.
Is that considered blasphemy?
No, it's hail to the Church of Cinny.
You know what? Fair enough. Well played. Alrighty, a 50-banger. As worth a couple of clips. So we'll start with this one right here. This for you.
I'm loving it again. The game would absolutely get a pretty high score from me.
How many bananas?
A solid 8.5 incher for sure.
I didn't, what? No.
And wouldn't it be nice to live together?
And since it was a donation to the Church of Cinny, did you know that church also comes with a double dose of racism?
I know now that it could never work between us. Not because you're a rabbit, but because you're black.
She's a Tyrion for a 2-banger. Oh yeah, I said it right that time. Do you have a donation that is scary? Unfortunately, I don't know what you mean. Cindy, do you know what he means?
Not a clue.
Okay, so it's not just me. Sorry, buddy. I wish I had an answer to that. I don't know what you mean. You tell us in chat. We'll still read it, even if you don't super chat, because I just don't know.
Then sure, okay, fine. Like, I'm okay paying a little bit of taxes if it's gonna make everything better, but it doesn't. And in fact, the more money you put in it, the worse it gets. So it's like, why do I even want to pay this shit? You know? And then, and then they give it to people that don't deserve it. It's ridiculous. It's like they don't spend money. They don't spend the money efficiently. So why do we keep giving them money? That's kind of that's kind of like, I mean, all you have to do is look at Minnesota. Look at like what's happening with the Somalian daycare scenario, and how like that's probably been going on forever, and just nobody looked into it. Nobody cared to look into it, right?
All right, well, the video ended there. We're gonna stop. She is patently wrong in that ending. She's patently wrong in the end. It's not that nobody. Say it again.
I didn't hear her.
She said, "Look at what was going on with Somalia, for example, like the daycare centers. It was likely because nobody knew to look into it. Nobody wanted to look into it. Like basically, they were saying she was alluding to it being a laziness thing. Like nobody wanted to look into it. Nobody cared. Oh, okay. So let's hear your thoughts then before mine for once.
Because even the what is it? Some kind of board or something of the government mentioned that they knew it was going on. Tim Walz got several warnings, but they've done nothing about it. So they were very, very well aware of it.
Correct. And not only were they well aware of it, they were endorsing it. Like you had the Minnesota government sending out millions upon millions for businesses they knew were fraudulent. The government was actively paying for this. It fit the agenda. That's the difference. Like, yeah, it was reported. The whistleblowers were punished. Exactly. It fit the agenda they wanted to push. So it's not even that they were aware of it and didn't do anything. It's that they actively advocated for it behind the scenes. And yeah, Dormant Psych is correct. Somali fraud thing is not a laziness thing. All you need to know is the Somalis paying the DNC. They absolutely do. Absolutely do. That being said, guys, we hit the 2-hour mark. 2 hours. That's what we run the show on Mondays. So we're going to be doing some outros. We're going to talk about what's coming up in the next few days, all the plans we got for the future. Yo, we got our girl in the chat. What up, Leaflet? How you doing?
Hey,
if it's your first time here, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Your model's a cutie.
Model's great. But that fucking Roach King music video, that was.
Oh, it was
good. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna simp for a moment here. I'm gonna simp. The way be your Asmon Silver. You kind of just made my my algorithm really successful today. Just got like damn near 100 new subs just off reacting to your video. So thank you for making my day very fucking awesome. Really appreciated. Alrighty. We're going to set up a raid for our boy Nick. The Plot Strikes Back. He starts in about 15 minutes. Cindy, you're going to be on that stream, but you've got other stuff. It came up on my feed. I've been watching. Oh, well, shout out. Thank you so much.
Very honored.
Again, I really do appreciate that. What was I saying? Cindy, tell people who you are, what you do, what you got going on, the whole nine.
Well, hey guys, I'm Cinevere. I like to talk about anime, gaming, and on occasion a little bit of horror. So on Thursday, I will be talking about a new, I think it's a liminal space kind of horror thing that's popped up. I'm really excited to share it with you guys. And if you guys don't know already, because you weren't here on Friday, or was it Friday? It might have been Friday. I will be on Side Scrollers podcast on the 30th. I'm really, really excited. So come hang out with me then. And otherwise, you guys can catch me on Leon's channel every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. And my own channel every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So keep an eye out for me, won't you? I'm really excited to see y'all.
You'll love to see it. Guys, that's for me. Videos and streams nearly every day. If you haven't checked out today's video, please do so. Is a banger. And again, thanks to Leaflet there that made it a banger. And then we've also got, again, daily streams. Tomorrow we have got Tinfoil Haters, the conspiracy theory show. So I will see you all there. And again, we got, let's see, how many of y'all are watching? About 110 of you, give or take, watching live right now. We're going to raid all over to my boy, Nick. The Plot Strikes Back. We're breaking down. Normally, I would be on that stream. I'm not on that stream tonight. I got some family stuff to take care of. But they're breaking down the masculinity within the movie Gran Torino. Now, for all y'all that don't know about Gran Torino, first of all, fucking great Clint Eastwood movie. Second of all, I'm really bummed I'm not going to be on that particular stream because there's just a bevy of slurs in that movie, bro. Like, Cindy was messaging me last night. She's like, I want to step my slur game up. I
want to watch it again and take a bunch of notes. I didn't know spook was a slur. What the fuck have I been missing?
You didn't know spook?
No, I've heard of moon cricket, but not spook.
I love you. But yeah, no. Bevy of Slurs, great fucking movie. Masculinity is needed in cinema now more than ever, and that's what our boy Nick does. So I'm setting up the raid right now to do so. Like I said, there's plenty of you watching. So I want to give my boy the recognition he deserves. He has earned it. He puts in just puts in the work, does fantastic content. So when this stream ends and we're roll on over to him, I want y'all to type in Vital Idol Raid into the chat. And before we do that, looks like we got another soup. Well, I'm setting up the raid. Will you read this for me, Cindy?
It says jump scale. And that's the wrong stream. You have to do that on my stream.
Jump scare. I don't.
Yeah. When you donate $15 on my channel, it causes a scream reaction. It's for the jump scares for when I play a scary game. I just don't change it over every day.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I don't know about jump scare. Jump scare. But I will give you. I will. Oh, and super sitting out for a two banger. Family stuff means reading Milking Farm to Grandma. She lost her reading glasses. How else is she going to understand? Like, how is she going to be able to just get invested in the Milking Farm content? This is for you guys. Thank you so much.
Call it whatever. But if I made $1 for each time I made a racist joke, I would actually have $0. Cause I'm not joking.
Based? Based? Hello?
Shout out. Thank you all so much. You were legends. I will see you for tomorrow. Tinfoil haters. Not sure what the topic is yet, but you'll know when we know. And until next time, it is all here in the Nerdosphere. And this has been Words of Paradise.